Now, well, you need to find another job. You need to find another job first. And I'm like, duh, I know that I'm trying, but it's like no one's hiring me and I can't stay here no more. And I'm just like, again, stress is coming on. I'm still here dealing. I know it's not good for my health or whatever not. And I'm just too much. And so eventually, like, they was so short staffed, they had to hire help from other states. And the help, I walk in, do my normal routines or whatever now on what I do. And this was the last day because I already requested like vacation days and finna go out of town or whatever not to another state. And so I wasn't even going to come in that day, but I needed like the hotel information for, my trip. So I was like, oh, I need to, go in that day. And so I go in or whatever and, do my daily routine. And one of the, temporary people there, they was like, can you come to the back for a second? I said, yeah, just give me a moment. And he said, now, I'll be back there with my drawer in a moment. And so I finished doing what I do because I have to start off with counting every registers and bringing it to the back and making sure everything good. So I'm coming to the back anyways. And so I go to the back, doing my register. Then he comes back and he said, you can go home. First off, who are you? You're not even above me to even tell me to do anything, right? Again, short, white, stubby, entitled individual. Again, a racist there. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. So I'm sitting here ignoring him. He's still over there trying to, having hissy fits, yelling and all this other stuff. And I asked him, like, what was it that you needed from me? The reason you wanted me to come back here? He's like, I need you to go home. So I got up in his face and I said, well, make me go home. And then he's, you done it. You done it. You did it now. And so he go walk off or whatever not. Now you're out of here. Oh, Lord. So I go back doing what I was doing, counting my register or whatever. And this man had called the police. So the police come in the midst of me counting these registers here and talking about I put my hands on him or whatever, I assaulted him. I'm like, sir, I did not assault him. I'm here to do my job. I told him to get my face and do something if he wanted me to move. He moved me if he wanted me to leave. But other than that, I didn't touch this man. And they forced me, although it was the end of his shift, they forced me to go home. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm finna print off my stuff, what I came here for anyways, that I really was finna call in for. Print off my stuff and go ahead and go and bow out. And so the hotel, I'm expecting a call from the hotel because again, this is 8:00 in the morning or whatever not. No one called me. And so I'm leaving for my trip now. Now it's like after 4 and they want to try to call me. Don't try to call me after 4. It's after hours. No, we're not doing that. And so I was already scheduled off because I was scheduled for a trip. So I come back on my next scheduled day because now I'm on vacation. Don't hit me up. Don't bother me. Don't talk to me. I don't care what it is. And they's like, oh well, we thought you quit. I'm confused. How did you think I quit when I was scheduled off? There was time off in the system, and I'm here on my scheduled day. Like, oh well, we just thought that since we couldn't get in contact with you, you called me after hours, after even my shift. So after I'm unavailable. If you wanted to discuss the situation or talk, you had 8 hours to hit me up, but you did it, right? And so I'm like, you know what? Actually, I just don't care, because I could have, and I feel like it was retaliation because I was already talking about like going to corporate on them about their shenanigans. I was keeping notes and contracts and all that other stuff. I was already talking about it and they probably didn't like that. And so I feel like it was retaliation, honestly. And so, but I didn't care. I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm over it. I'm out. Okay. So I ended up handing them the keys. And then so I ain't got a job, obviously. And so I've been, looking or whatever not, but taking care of myself, doing what I need to do. And I kid you not, 2 weeks later, but God, Lord, but God, 2 weeks later, I get a phone call for an interview that I probably applied to a long time ago and forgot about. And it was like medical billing. So it paid a lot more. I could come in when I want, leave when I want. I didn't have to talk to nobody. I didn't have to do nothing with nobody. Okay? I came in, did my job, and went back home. And so I loved that job. Now they was racist there too, but I ain't have to engage with them. I ain't have to interact with them. Again, it was an all white office with she was probably half black, half Hispanic. I don't know what she was. But I was like the only fully black person there. And again, I didn't care. I'm here to do my job and I'm here to go home. And so I ended up getting that job, which was the best job ever. And so during that job, like I'll just do my work and I have my headphones in and I'll just be listening to sermons all day. And the people that I listened to, because ain't no shame, was Sarah Jakes and a lot of Pastor Michael Todd. And so, especially from the beginning, I listened to all his sermons, basically. And so it was like helpful on my journey. It was what I needed. And so I'll listen to that literally every shift, different sermons, and I'll take notes or do whatever I needed to do. But it was just pouring into me. It was a peaceful job. I made a lot more money. Environment was cool. It was no pressure when you got into work. I can get in there at 5, leave at 1. I can get in there at 10, leave at 6. It did not matter as long as you did your job. I absolutely love that job. Okay.